What's up you guys, Charles here and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video I'm going to show you how you can actually turn one of the most common liabilities, which are cars, into something that can possibly generate you money or at least allow you to get a car for more or less free. Now before we hop into the video, I just want to say I personally haven't done this yet, so I can't vouch for it myself, but I do know people who have done it and it works particularly well if you live in a city where there is a high demand for people to rent out cars. Now first and foremost, the thing you want to do is buy a car. Now you can do this in two ways, of course, is either take out a loan for it, which could be good if you're trying to build up your credit score and already have a decent credit score. So make sure you have a credit score that is acceptable for you to take out a car loan to pay for that second-hand car. Or the other way is, of course, is to buy it outright. Now whichever way you go, you want to make sure that you buy the car, of course, second-hand, because when you buy a car brand new from a shop, as soon as you drive it away, it loses around 20% of its value, usually, depending on the car, of course. And you don't want to be losing that kind of money, and anyone who's smart with cars usually buys them second-hand unless they really have the money to afford it. And even those who do still buy them second-hand because they know that they don't want to waste their money. Now the other thing to do is try buy that second-hand car under market value, and as it depreciates over time, from the time where you buy it under market value and then you sell it, you're just selling it on the curve of its depreciation, so you've actually not actually spent anything on the car because you're buying it for the same price as that you're then going to sell it. Now once you've got the car, you want to do two things. Now the first thing you want to do is sign it up to a website called Getaround. It was formerly known as Drivy or Drivey, whichever you want to call it, and it basically allows you to park your car somewhere and you have a designated parking spot, and the people who use the app or website can then unlock the car with something you've got built into it and drive that car, and they pay for renting that car and then have to drive it straight back to the parking spot where already it was. And of course you might be worried, what if they crash the car, and what if they leave it dirty, or what if the wrong person picks up the car? Well, firstly, the app doesn't allow the wrong person to pick up the car, and they also have to submit photos before and after they leave the car, and those are of course linked with when the engine turned off and when the picture was taken, so they are held accountable if they left the car dirty. Then they have to pay quite a hefty sort of fine for it, so that's fine. And within the terms and conditions, if they crash the car, then they have to pay for the damages done to the car, not you. Now the good thing with this is it can pay you quite a lot depending on the car you get, and the car you get, you might also want to consider how much people want to drive that car. So some cars for this that are pretty good are Golfs or Polos, because people usually only rent a car at 2 or 3, and the cars are pretty reliable, pretty cheap, and last very long. And the great thing is you can get paid quite a lot for these people that rent the cars, and it's completely passive because all you need to do is park in that parking spot, and then you just let people come pick up the car at that parking spot and drive it around and then put it back, and they can unlock it directly with the app, so you don't need to go give them the keys and then go take them back. Now the second thing you want to do is go and make an account on carquids.com. So essentially what they do is you allow them to put advertisements on your car. Now this is usually in form of a wrap, and so the advertisers pay CarQuids, and a certain amount of that goes to CarQuids and a certain amount goes to you. So with a combination of both, where you have someone driving around your car and the car already has advertisements on it, can cancel out or even make you money on having that car. And once you've got your car loan paid off, or you've got whatever you paid for the car paid off, then you can use the car yourself, take off the advertising and take it off the market, or you can keep it on there and then it's just pure profit. Now the key is to not go buy a brand new Tesla or Ferrari to do this, because of course then the money from the advertising and from people renting the car won't be worth more than the car you're having. So this usually works for people buying their first or second car, which isn't worth a huge amount. But even some of the better cars like BMWs, then obviously people pay more to get a nicer car when they rent it out. But you just got to do the cost analysis on it. So you definitely can get paid to own a car by using this method. Now the last thing you do before leaving the video is of course smashing that like button if you've gained any value from the video, because I really hope it helps, and I know a lot of people do this and not a lot of people know about this. So if you're looking into getting your first car or second car, then this could be a great way to actually pay up that car loan and even get paid for owning that car. And if you've got any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'd be really interested to hear what you have to say. If you want me to make more videos like this of how you can turn liabilities into assets, and of course if you do want to see that, then make sure to smash that subscribe button too. Thank you for your time and see you next time.